All right. I've tried this like 3 times now because I'm incapable of hitting buttons. I'm going to talk to you about the meat and bones of Ommatidia, which you would think it is the photoreceptors or the nerve, the rhizome. No, it's the pigment cells, okay? If there is anything I can teach you about Ommatidia, it is pigment cells, okay? This is what makes it a functional unit, okay? There are 2 types, and the 2 types are why we have 2 different types of compound dyes, okay? In general, there is the primary pigment cells and the secondary pigment cells. I'm going to go over like the functionality of the primary pigment cells, and then I'll make a second video of the secondary pigment cells because of how they function into superposition eyes, okay? And a weird functionality to do. So that's next. But the primary pigment cells, picture here, editing magic of mine. Okay, so see those blues? That blue little thing? Okay, that is where the primary pigment cells sit. They work as a cone, sheath, wall, case around the crystalline cone, okay? Their sole function is to seal light in the crystalline cone and make sure light does not go out to the neighboring Ommatidia, okay? They are a funnel, all right? There are 2 of them. They link together and wrap around the 4 Semper cells, okay? Again, the only part they don't touch, the bottom part of... You totally threw me off. I have no clue what I was talking about now. So basically what ends up happening is these primary pigment cells funnel light and just make sure the light is processed through the crystalline cone, which has some refraction, okay? Don't have kids. All right, so yes, that's the functionality of the primary pigment cells. There's 2, they wrap around, they sheath, and there's not too much movement in them, okay? I think that's really all I can really say about them without getting into the secondary pigment cells. You can see on a lot of diagrams, you do see the drawings of the nucleuses on the secondary pigment cells, which is really confusing sometimes because you're kind of like, what the hell are the little circles? It's the nucleus, it's the organelles. It just doesn't ever get communicated or written properly. Like you have to go into you have to actually understand the structure to get it. Oh, and in some orders and taxa, in insects, the bottom of the crystalline cone and the bottom of the primary pigment cells are modified, but that is extremely taxa specific. Okay, so now you understand the sheath around the crystalline cone. For the fun bit, we're heading over to the secondary pigment cells.